After all, it's just a knife. What's different with this one? There's a blade, a guard, an handle.
The thing is that on this one especially, there's gonna be a bit more.
So let me show you what I mean. And of course, this was the first throw. I have one directive to follow. We need to look like a Tibetan knife. And for those who've never seen one, here it is. And it's fucking ugly and small. I don't want to do this one. Do you have the same for boys? But without joking, there's a lot that we can keep. For example, the fact that it's a straight blade and there's like ornament everywhere on the blade, like here, 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 which I'm not gonna copy because I'm not good enough. I think that's a good answer. I'm also gonna put the red and the blue stone, which are every knife that I've seen, which are two, because Tibetan knife is a very hot topic right now. But after multiple iteration, I present to you the design. As you can see, I walk away a bit from the source material, a tiny bit. Yeah, maybe I totally forsaken it. But we'll not say it's ugly. We'll say that it could please another man's taste, that for the safety of his citizen, should not be allowed to vote. That being said, but as you can see, there's going to be a lot going on this knife. There's going to be a 3-part handle, which will be steel, silver, and then ebony. And the ebony itself will be encrusted with steel, and then the steel will be encrusted with copper. And you add that the fact that there's going to be a copper part, which is like the top part of a katana, which is totally logic because Tibetan and Japanese like, I don't know, just look cool, man. Then on the blade there will be copper in it, and then you might ask, how do you put copper in the blade?
Putting copper on the blade, it's not that hard. At least on paper.
You take a piece of steel and then you add copper, and then you add steel and then copper and then steel. And then you have to weld everything together because otherwise when you take it out of the forge and hammer it down, you got like molten copper that will go in Mach 10 in every direction. And for those who don't know, molten copper is a type of ammunition that is used to take down tanks.
And of course you have to be a man that never did it, but I explain it to you. Well, it's not supposed to look like that. Basically didn't work. I don't know if I should try again or not.
Do you know why I struggle so much on the kill? It's because
you can't do math.
that was not really the point that I wanted to make, but I wanted to say that I'm stupidly determined. If I should try 1,000 times, if I should fail...
Never mind, it worked on the second time. I was using iron for the outer shell, and now I use steel and it worked.
But why don't the iron stuck to it?
I don't know, neither I care.
You just made the blade, congrats! And now it's time to make the upper guard, which will be made out of copper. And this is the only copper that I have. So that meant one thing, that it's melting time. Melting in itself is a very interesting process. At least that was what I was thinking my teacher in university. Not me, I have to say I found it quite boring. So what do I remember from this? Not a lot. There's only one thing that I remember, which I think is the most important, which is that this doesn't do the trick. This will. Well, apparently I'm supposed to use a crucible. Thanks.
Well, that's a bit awkward. I was supposed to show you the copper like that, like it was written on the script. But the melting was from a month ago, and I don't know where I put the copper, like, let alone if I still have it. So, what do I have to say in my defense? Interested?
For those who don't know, grinding copper is really not funny. Copper has a great power in itself, which is conductivity, both electrical conductivity and thermal conductivity.
As you can see, copper is the second most conductive metal, which doesn't mean shit. Like 440, what's the difference? What are those numbers? What does it represent? I don't know, I'm not just like you. So we're gonna make a small experimentation. We're gonna take two pieces, one of copper, one of steel, same size, and we're gonna put them on those plastic tongs, put the heat at exactly the same spot with roughly the same energy, and we'll see the difference. Spoiler, the steel takes 10 times more time to fall down from the tongue. That's why it's 40 and 400. But if it was just that, it would be easy. The thing with copper is actually it's way more malleable than steel. So that means one thing, that when you're grinding it, it's not making sparks. So there's no place where the heat actually dispatches itself, because in steel, the majority go into the spark, which in copper it does not. It go into the piece itself, which is really good at keeping heat and giving it away. So you're just burning your finger every 5 seconds, and you're spending more time with your hand in the water than your hand grinding the thing, which is annoying as hell. It's been a week, and that's meant that we are ahead of schedule, which is weird when I said, because I've never been. But I just finished the blade, and now we're gonna be starting on the handle. Let me ask you a question. What is the common point between this one, and like all of those? They're all flat surfaces on flat surfaces, and they're all everywhere. To connect two pieces, there's so many different forms. So my question is, did like every engineer in the world decided to do the same thing all together, like sit around the table and decided that will be the future? You can see shit. Did all the engineers in the world decide to sit on the same table, decide we will do flat and flat only? Wrong. It's just it's stupidly easy, and the other one are not hard to do, they're like crazy hard.
It's not impossible. With the right tool, you can.
Have you ever looked at my workshop? Do you see the tool that I have in my workshop?
No, you're trespassing. Go away. So stop filming. Stop.
At least I got the right tool to make the negative part of it. Well, I broke it.
But don't worry, because there's nothing I can't fix. I feel like it's starting to be a gimmick. Finally, it fit perfectly.
What's wrong? Fucking wrong! Ah! Oh, you simply need to follow the line. No, it's not that. It's not a drawing. It's a 3D piece, okay? You cannot make a 3D piece out of a drawing that you do on one side. Okay, you need to keep it flat, like perfectly flat. Otherwise, when you put the two pieces together, it's not a knife, it's a fucking pair of glasses. Go slow, go slow. Yeah, but the thing is that I cannot go slow. It was supposed to take 1 day. It took fucking 4 days, and I still have not finished it, okay? So either it's impossible, or I'm just bad at it. And as you know, I've never been bad at something, so it's just straight out impossible. I need to look the problem in the eyes and find someone to blame, someone to hate.
It's his fault.
Why him?
Oh yeah, fuck. I forgot you need a reason to blame someone. Oh, sorry, you know, I'm a YouTuber. I'm not used to like taking responsibility and things like that.
Don't worry, because with science, there's always a solution. I was searching for hours and hours, and I stumbled upon one thing, which is called thermal deformation, which is for mortals like you and me, burning things down. Like, quite literally, I just take the whole piece of metal and smack the piece of wood onto it. It caught on fire and perfect size. Like, that's how it worked. It's amazing. We are currently 2.5 weeks in, and I still have a lot to do. I need to hand sand, I need to fit the blade, I need to put the guard, I need to buy the stone, I need to drill for the stone, I need to get the silver, I need to twist the copper, I need to carve the holes in the handle, I need to fit the silver shitting on it. As you can see on the drawing, there's those two pieces of steel that are encrusted with copper. For those who are wondering, are those designed Tibetan?
Well, they're not, and those are, and I will not do those, they're way too hard, and I only have 3 days to do them. So,
It took me a full week.
why did it take so long? Well, let me make you a short list so you can understand. First, make the analytical thing, then drill the holes, then make the drawing, then grind the part because you made a mistake on the drawing. Then put it in the wax, wait for the wax to settle, and just start working, breaking the chisel, sharpen the chisel, breaking the chisel, like that for a tremendous amount of time, which is... I'm kind of fucked right now because I was supposed to show you how I put the steel into the handle, which I can't because I first lost the footage. And second thing, on the script, I don't know why, but I've written that I will do a 3D animation, which is, you know, those things like they do in surgery, like they cut the knee open and then they put the bones out, the drill thing, and it's cool, but it's expensive, and I'm broke as hell. But I got him a paint, so we're gonna do that. You're gonna take the piece of steel and the piece of wood, and you're gonna glue the two together, then you're gonna drill the holes that are in the piece of steel into the wood, which will allow you to then fix the piece of steel to the wood without the glue. Then you trace around on the two sides perfectly the size of the piece of steel, and then you will carve it slowly and perfectly. And then you realize that the two pieces of steel are not equal, and you trace everything with one, which was the the biggest, which meant that one hole is too big. But you're not gonna lose for that, like there's 1,000 other way to do it. You're gonna create a 45-degree bevel on the size of the hole, which will allow you to put some twisted copper wire around the piece of steel, which you blend the two together, and we call that a feature. Without joking, I actually prefer this way than the way before, so I'm kind of happy with it, we'll say. Some might call me a liar and say that is because I failed in the first place, but you were not there, I might be lying, and I don't know the script, of course. Then the next thing that you're gonna do is that you're gonna take the two pieces of steel, put them on the handle and pin them for eternity. I tried to take them out because I needed to prep the behind of it, which I couldn't. But that being done, then I need to pack and go, and it's not finished, so I'm gonna use all the time that I have.
You'll reach your destination.
Oh! I just realized that I didn't tell you in any way, shape or form what the hell I was doing. Well, to make it quick, I had a job to do, a full week. I had to give the knife during that week. It was like 12 hours a day, so far away from home that I couldn't go back to home. So I had to sleep there. I didn't bring enough tool to work on the knife, and I didn't have any time to work on the knife. So I'll let you see that time diagram slot, I don't know what to call it. When can I work on the knife? I'll tell you when. A humble opinion on that is that who needs sleep? Well, that being said, just to illustrate the point, I had to finish work at 8, then have dinner, and then straight away took the car, drove for 2 hours, go back to my place, then start working for 6 hours, and then take the car and drove for 2 more hours, and then starting another shift. I had to do that twice, with only one night separating the two. How to tell you that I don't want to do that ever again, like never. It was so hard to come back from that, like painful. I've been ready for the... I'm too tired. But I have a good news. I managed to finish the knife on time, which is 5 hours before I have to give it. But I bet you just want to see the knife, so I will not hold you any longer. So just here it is. Just go. Well, that was quite a hard video to make, because I don't know if you saw, but I never have the knife in my hand on the live footage, because I gave it like 3 months ago. So quite hard to make, and little footage also. I don't know why I filmed like nothing. No, I filmed like 4 hours of me not being there and filming the wall, which lovely, we'll say. But yeah, with that said, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and all the things. That means a lot. And yeah, see you soon, friends.